I can honestly say that one of the best things about my job is getting to introduce you guys to these amazing plants that quite literally have defined the last decade of my life. That's quite a weird thing to say, but it's true. I interact with these plants every day, and sometimes there could be a risk, I suppose, that I would take these unusual plants, these plants that collectors like myself would crave having in their garden, for granted. When I introduce these plants to you, I get all excited about these varieties all over again. And the variety that I'm going to be talking to you about today is definitely one for the collectors. It's a really unusual variety of foodie herb plant. You know what it is because you clicked on this video. Today I'm talking to you about the mushroom plant. The mushroom plant actually originates in Papua New Guinea, but this one has been grown on in Birmingham, UK by us, as you do. I think that the mushroom plant actually sums up what I love about my work here at Urban Herbs. It's highly unusual, it's very tasty, it's the kind of plant that actually starts conversations about food, and I cannot get enough of those conversations. The mushroom plant does what the very, very best foodie herb plants do. They get you excited, they make you think about the possibilities. It looks brilliant, these glossy leaves, they're so attractive. And the flavour, well, it distinctively tastes of mushroom. Whenever this is available in our online store, it sells out so quickly. I can't wait to hear what people think when they receive their plant. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about why I think you should grow the mushroom plant, what you can do with it, and then I'm going to talk to you about how you can grow it too. I think there's so many reasons why you should add mushroom plant to your herb garden. The first reason is that it's really unusual. It's the kind of herb that many collectors would enjoy growing. I class myself as one of those collectors, and I am definitely going to add one of these to my herb garden now that the busy part of our season is over. It's a really attractive plant. Isn't it magical when the best foodie herb plants are also highly ornamental and really attractive? When I say it's attractive, the mushroom plant has got these really lovely glossy leaves. They are really shiny. The foliage will stand out in an ornamental border. It looks very different to a lot of the other herbs that you might have in your herb garden. And then it flowers. And this plant gets beautiful blue flowers that come from the tips in mid to late summer. It's a deep blue flower that really is very attractive. I think that it would justify its place in your herb garden just because of the beauty of that flower. The mushroom plant is also really easy to grow. I'm going to come to that in a minute, but it's a delicious flavour that really is easy to grow. And I think that deserves giving it a few more points, right? So what are you going to use mushroom plant for? Well, we love putting these leaves into a stir fry, so lightly cooking them towards the end of the cooking process so as not to dissipate the flavour. Although it must be said that we've recently tried putting mushroom plant leaves into a slow cooker creation and it's worked too. Some customers have said to me that they enjoy eating this raw, although for me the foliage is a little bit crunchy, so I prefer to soften it up a bit by stir frying. The mushroom flavour really does come across strongly in these mushroom plant leaves, and I think that is amazing. It's the kind of herb that really surprises you when you taste it. It reminds you of the possibilities of these amazing foodie herb plants. I can't get enough of it. I hope I've done a good job there, summing up why the mushroom plant is so amazing. And hopefully wherever you are in the world, you're now Googling how you can get hold of one of these beautiful plants. I'm now going to talk about how you can grow a mushroom plant. And a little bit earlier I said that it's a very easy variety to grow. This is true. The mushroom plant is quite low maintenance. It will enjoy growing in full sun or quite shaded conditions. We've actually had really good results growing mushroom plant in partial shade. It's very drought tolerant. It will survive periods with very little water, and it won't mind that at all. Although it will grow much quicker if you water it regularly. For this reason, I would suggest planting it up in a fairly free draining soil, but not quite as free draining as varieties like rosemary, thyme and sage that really do want that extra grit added to it to assist with the drainage. Using a good quality multi-purpose will be absolutely fine for this plant. It's perfect for growing in a container. It'll reach around 50 centimetres in height, and for me that's absolutely perfect in terms of where it will feature in my container herb garden. It doesn't get too big. As it grows, you're going to want to keep pinching it out or pruning it back. It's going to grow quite quickly if you water it regularly. And cutting back the top third of the plant, just cutting across the top of the plant on a regular basis, that will really encourage the plant to bush out, and you will see really good results. And ultimately, it will furnish you with more delicious ingredient to use. The mushroom plant is quite easy to grow. It doesn't need too much encouragement. There is a slight however coming in this video now, because you need to know the mushroom plant is not very hardy. Believe it or not, we have actually overwintered this once here in the UK in unheated conditions outside, but covered and right next to the house in a relatively warm position, a relatively sheltered position. That is not normal. Normally, you would have to protect the mushroom plant from the cold. So I would suggest actually putting this in a big pot, and then if you can, move it into an unheated conservatory, perhaps a heated greenhouse, depending on where you are in the country, but this will definitely need some frost protection. It's worth making those efforts with mushroom plant because it's a beautiful flavour. It's one that I love to introduce to people. And it does what the best plants do. It solves a problem. Some people don't like the texture of mushrooms, and the mushroom plant allows you to enjoy the flavour of mushroom without the texture of them. And I think that's really cool. My name's Andy from Urban Herbs, and I really hope that you've enjoyed me introducing you to the mushroom plant in this video. I love talking about these herbs. Can you tell? I love hearing what you think of these videos and what you think of these plants. So if you've enjoyed the video, please drop me a comment below. Leave me a thumbs up and I will keep making these videos because I love raising awareness about these unusual varieties of herb plant. Until next time, guys, see you later.